Hello, my name is Jurgen, and welcome back to World of Tanks on the PlayStation 4 World of Tanks console. So today is a bit of an old school game in terms of, well, two reasons. One, we're playing in the B1. I don't have many vehicles on console, so you have to start somewhere, and I'm starting down the French line, French heavy line, with the B1. Now, the B1 is a very decent tank in Tier 4 maximum games. In Tier 5 it will struggle, but it doesn't meet Tier 6. It does have special matchmaking in that way. And the reason it doesn't meet Tier 6s is because its gun isn't good enough for it. It has 66 pen with its fully upgraded 47mm, and with its APCR it has 98mm of penetration. Can also load high explosive, but there's no point, as it only does marginally more damage, but it has very poor penetration, somewhere in the 20s. And it is enough to penetrate certain vehicles, certainly Tier 3s, some Tier 3s, but predominantly AP with some APCR. Now, the other reason that this is a bit of an old school replay is on PC this map isn't in the game anymore. It's Hidden Village, I believe, and well, the reason why it was removed, well, we did put one shot into him. Very quick reload time on this gun, by the way. The reason why this was removed was, I think it wasn't very popular at all, and if you look at the bottom left of the screen, sorry, not the bottom left, the bottom right of the screen and the bottom left of the minimap, you can see that a large amount of the map is actually impassable. It's just mountainous. So the map is limited to 2/3, so the map could be technically smaller, but there was no point in putting in a third of the map if it's just scenery. And it's still in this game, or on the console variant, so seems console players don't seem to mind it. I myself didn't mind it, but I can see why they did remove it. There's a Tier 3, medium 3, he has no armor, he is angling, but we're just going to lay into him with 3 shots there, and he's almost down. We did get hit there and penned by an Su-76 tank destroyer. Oh, there's 41 hit points taken from him, 55. Another one there. He's on very low health as well. We just picked up 3 kills instantly. Looking for a shot on the Panzer IV-A there. Take him down as well. Move to the left to finish off this guy. I should have retreated by now, but this gun reloads so quickly and is so devastating for those tiers. Even equal tier opponents there, the M3 Lee has no chance. Although the M3 Lee does have a quick firing 75mm as well, but it isn't as quick firing as this 47mm, and this is why this tank is borderline broken in its own tier, but when it reaches Tier 5 it is hopelessly outmatched by Tier 5 heavy tanks such as the KV-1. Now I believe there is areas of this tank with 60mm of frontal armor, but there are flat parts of the frontal armor which are only 45, and the turret I believe is about 50. And the turret is quite small, and it does have some spaced armor, so the turret isn't as bad as you might think, but if you hit outside the spaced armor it is an easier pen. So the mobility of the B1 as well isn't actually that bad. I thought it was a bit worse when I first played it, but then again, when I first played it on PC, I just upgraded the gun and the tracks and the turret and moved on. Didn't fully upgrade the thing, didn't give it its top engine, not top engine, top radio. I know the radio is a very minor thing, but still. You notice I'm using a lot of auto aim here. Quick moving targets, the first shot on that looks just complete fail, but here's another B1. We're getting hit from across the river, but we need to keep moving downhill to get into some cover behind this building, and then we can deal with this B1. Put one straight through his turret, and now I'm aiming for the flat piece of armor there with the viewport for the driver, I believe, and as you can see I hit the spaced armor on the turret, and it did hardly any damage. We're just laying into each other here. I'm angling, he's angling, but also another main weakness of the tank is the 75mm gun fixed in the hull, which is inoperable. You can't fire it or move it, but it is weaker. So hit it there, And even though we were on half health, we still managed to get out of that one. Probably because I hit his weak spots more than he hit mine. Although saying that, a couple of enemies from across the river were hitting me. But then again, the last two enemies are only tier 3, one of which being a Panzer IIJ, which does have some strong armor, and I believe I will be using some gold rounds on him. And the M3. No, it's not an M3, it's an M2 medium rather. There's the Panzer IIJ. PS PlayStation variant, that's a tank that they gave out to people who bought Founders Packs, I think, for the game on PlayStation 4. Anyway, I have used quite a lot of ammunition. I think I had 80 rounds to start with, so a lot of them I've missed, but a lot of them have gone in. And for some reason I've switched to APCR here against this M2, maybe because I just wasn't paying attention or wanted to kill the Panzer IIJ first. And there's the Panzer IIJ fire, completely ineffective even with a side profile. Then again, the Panzer IIJ only has 46mm of penetration with its APCR and 23 with its standard ammunition, so it's not going to pen this tank at all. So prioritize the high explosive cannon on that M2 medium. And you see, like I said, the mobility isn't bad at all. So now we're just laying into the back of this Panzer IIJ, and in retrospect, I didn't really need to use any APCR in this game. So bit of a gold spamming scrub there, but never mind. There's the post-game results, and it is Hidden Village at the top right, as you can see. 8 destroyed, 1500 damage, 30 pens, 1100 blocked, and 157 points of damage assisted, 1 detection, and a whole host of medals and ribbons and such. So, bit of a seal club, I know, but I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. And as always, I've been Georgian, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.